Time to pull out your scrappy bits because we are going to make 3 cute mini Halloween quilts. Now in the description down below, I will have a free PDF download for you to print out your template. So go ahead and print out that PDF template at 100%. Friendly reminder to do not scale to print. Most printers will automatically do this, so make sure before you hit that print button, you have it set to 100% or fit to page. Then once it's printed, go ahead and measure that 1" square afterwards and make sure you printed it out correctly. Now in no particular order, let's go ahead and get started with the ghost. So go ahead and cut out your circles for the ghost face, and once you have all the circles cut out, you're going to take a 5" square that you would like for the face and a 5" square for the background. And you will also need about a 5" square of heat and bond. You can use less, you just only need it as much as the face. But on the bumpy side of the heat and bond, go ahead and iron it to the wrong side of the 5" square of the face. Then once that heat and bond is applied, on the heat and bond side, trace the circles with either a pen, pencil, marker, whatever you would like. But once you have traced that face out, go ahead and use some fabric scissors and cut out the shapes one more time. Then you're going to take a background 5" square and recreate the ghost face. Now you can make it straight up and down. I'm doing it at an angle. You can do it however you would like. But once you have everything in place, take off the paper for the heat and bond and iron everything down in place. Now, special note, when you are ironing, lift your iron up and then place it back down. Do not drag your iron while ironing because since these are tiny pieces, they might shift around and gum up your iron. But once everything is ironed down, it is time to make a mini quilt sandwich. So go ahead and take a scrap piece of background fabric that is larger than the 5" square and lay that wrong side facing up, followed by a scrap piece of batting, and lastly add your ghost face on top. So go ahead and take this to your sewing machine and quilt it however you would like. But I am going to be stitching about 1/8 on the edge of each shape so I can applique it down while also quilting it all together. Kind of like a 2-for-1 deal here. But once you have quilted your mini quilt, go ahead and trim off the excess fabric and you should be left with a 5" square. And all you'll need to do is bind it and you're done. So let's go ahead and create that scarecrow face now. So go ahead and cut out your paper templates. Since this template is a bit time consuming to cut out and a little technical, special hint, you only need to cut one eye out at this time since the other eye exactly matches. But once you have your templates cut out, go ahead and take a 5" square that you would like for the face, or you can use some scrappy bits you have left over from the ghost face if you do have a bit left over. But go ahead and take also a 5" square for the background and a 5" square of heat and bond. Then on that bumpy side of the heat and bond, go ahead and iron it down to the wrong side of the fabric you are using for the face. But once that heat and bond is applied, on that heat and bond side, trace the templates with either a pen, pencil, marker, whichever you prefer. Don't forget to give it 2 eyes if you only cut out one paper template. But once everything is traced, go ahead and take some fabric scissors and cut the shapes out one last time. Take the background 5" squares and recreate that scarecrow face. Once again, you could do it on the side, straight up and down. Recreate it however you would like. But once everything is in place, take the paper off the heat and bond and iron everything down in place. And don't forget to lift your iron up and down while ironing. But once everything is ironed, it's time to make that mini quilt sandwich. So take a piece of scrap background fabric that is larger than your 5" square and laying it on the wrong side up, followed by a piece of scrap batting, and lastly add your scarecrow face on top. Then go ahead and take this to your sewing machine and quilt it however you would like. And I will be once again stitching about 1/8 on the edge of each shape to applique it down while also quilting it all together. But once you have quilted your mini quilt, go ahead and trim off the excess fabric and you will be left with a 5-inch square. So go ahead and bind it and you're done with that one. And last but not least, let's go ahead and create that cute, adorable pumpkin face. So go ahead and cut out your paper templates. And once again, you technically don't need to cut out both eyes on the paper. You can do just one to save some time. But once you have your templates cut out, take a 5-inch square that you would like for the face, a 5-inch square for the background, and a 5-inch square of heat and bond. Then on the bumpy side of the heat and bond, iron it to the wrong side of the 5-inch square for the face. Then once the heat and bond is applied on the heat and bond side, retrace those paper templates with either a pen, pencil, or marker. Then once everything is retraced back out and you have two eyes, don't forget both eyes, then use fabric scissors and cut the shapes out one last time. Then go ahead and take that background 5-inch square and recreate the pumpkin face. Then once everything is down, go ahead and remove the paper of the heat and bond and iron it all down. Don't forget to lift your iron up and down. Once everything is ironed down, it's time to make the mini quilt sandwich one last time. So go ahead and take a piece of scrap background fabric that is larger than your 5-inch square and lay it wrong side up, followed by a scrap piece of batting, and lastly, add your pumpkin face on top. So go ahead and take it to your sewing machine and quilt it, and I will be stitching 1/8 of an inch on the edge of each shape to applique it down while also quilting it all together. And then once it's quilted, go ahead and trim your excess fabric off and you'll be left with a 5-inch square. And lastly, go ahead and bind it and you are done. And here are all three of the mini quilts that you can recreate with your scrappy bits of fabric. Now, I wanted to make a mini set for my Halloween wall quilts, but these are also great for little table topper decor, or you can use them as a coaster with how small they are. Or if you want to make a quilt, you can get a whole bunch of 5-inch squares, sew them all together, and maybe every other square or just like 5 throughout the whole quilt. You could just do an applique face that pops out here and there. And you can just do ghost faces, just the scarecrows for like a fall theme quilt, like all shades of different scrappy bits of yellow and then like a scarecrow face popping out every now and then, or the pumpkin face, whichever you prefer. But go ahead and use the templates as you please to make your nice festive Halloween fall decor. But if you could please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be notified for your next amazing project.